Ladies and gentlemen, ladies with gentle hands, old people on pension plans, people that just came to watch this video to flex some bands. My name is Jackson, and I'm going to be showing you guys how I was able to generate over $456,000 in the month of June, which allowed me to get this beautiful award from my sales team. Just want to reward me on our biggest month so far with this client, and as well as me just waiting for my ClickFunnels plaque because I was able to generate this client over $2 million in this year of 2025. So let's get straight into it. First things first, I am 21 years old. I live in the city of Miami, Florida, as you can see in the background. And I am not just some regular kid that's going to come to the block and think that he knows everything he's talking about. I don't. I just go by trial and error. I've spent money on info products to learn a lot of the knowledge that I currently have. Now, this video is completely free. I am not selling you jack shit. Now, if you want to connect with me, you can just follow me on Instagram, JacksonXLuna, and I will answer all your questions that you may have. Now, the specific business model that I am going to be talking about is operating or marketing or whatever you want to call it. A lot of people are calling AI operating. Other people are named marketers, or the term that a lot of people grew up with was growth operating, whatever. Besides the point, you just partner up with content creators that sell a course or a program or a mentorship. You keep a rev share of that specific business and you just make money. So specifically for this business, I have a 15%, which allowed me to make over $68,000. And by the way, if you guys want to know my story, where I come from and everything, I don't want to bore you guys with that. This specific video here tells you about that, where I come from, who I am, and you would, understand that part of things. But besides the point, so you can see right here, so you know I'm not lying. In the month of June, we generated $338,000 in WAP on WAP, sorry, and then 117,950 on fan bases, which adds up to $456,420. Okay, which then I ended up getting two wires. The first wire, 59,300, and then 62,000, which allowed me and my team to make $121,300 in the month of June. Now, I will come here and lie to you and tell you that this is the take home that I took, and all of a sudden I'm this rich guy that I'm flexing my fucking McLaren and all this bullshit. No, I was able to take home $68,463 in the month of June from just one single client. Now, this is life changing to me because just 1 year ago, I got my first ever client to pay me $10,000 in a single month, and it was kind of crazy because I had 30% of the entire business to myself, and I didn't have to really scale them. Now, besides the point, that was a fucking year ago. Okay, let me actually talk to you guys what specific funnel helped us get to this amount, because I know you guys want to learn and all this bullshit. So kind of let's get straight to it. Now, before I kind of get into that and bore you guys, I want you guys to grab some popcorn, understand that this business model is fucking hard and you're not getting sold a fucking dream from me. Okay, now this might be you, this might be your prospects, that if you're already running some form of funnel, or this might be your sales reps. Now, let me give you an example of each. This was me when I wanted to fucking land a client. I wanted to land any fucking client I want, because I'm like, as long as I get a client, I'm going to fucking get some form of results. Now, in your sales rep's mind is like, yo, can I actually get a fucking lead that's qualified? So he's just begging for leads. And then your prospects are like, hey, I'm trying to buy something. I'm fucking broke. What can I purchase from you? Now, those are the three different types of feelings that I get from this picture. Now, we're going to be talking about the specific funnel that has allowed us to generate over $2 million in this year alone in cash collected, all organically as well. This is not paid ads, nothing. Okay. Now, I do want to say this specific funnel did not generate us the entire $2 million that we've generated, but it has played a part of it. I want to say 30% of it, because we do run webinars. Webinars alone has generated us like over $1 million. I think 1.6. I don't know specifically, but again, that's just the numbers that I got from the WAP and fan bases combined. And then obviously regular VSL application book a cold funnel, and then this specific funnel, which not a lot of people run, and I've implemented for 7 months, and I've just been perfecting it as much as possible, which is the free course opt-in funnel. So Grab your popcorn. This is going to be a semi-long video, but I want to give you guys everything. I am talking about my sales process, the front end funnel, pre-book process, post-book cold process, literally everything, the whole point of this funnel, how you're going to get the most amount of money from a customer, literally everything that I've been perfecting from this funnel, which at the end of the day, there's still more that can be perfected, but this was what helped us generate literally just from the free course funnel. The numbers I'm going to say are just from the free course funnel. $100,000 and $140,000 in January, $100,000 in February. In March, we generated $175,000, which is our biggest month with just this funnel. And then in April was $170,000. And then from there, we implemented webinars, and then the VSL application funnel played a very, very big part, which then we started making 300, 400, 500 next month, which is our main goal. And then from there on, we're trying to scale to $1 million per month with cold traffic, of course, by Q4. Now, let's get straight into it because I'm done yapping. So the front end of this funnel is very, very easy. Realistically, when you have a client, there's going to be 4 different traffic sources: Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter. Again, we have not run cold traffic through YouTube or meta ads, so I'm just going to talk about organic here. So tie down and understand. Instagram, I'm going to talk about that soon because it's very, very long. But let's go with TikTok, okay? Now, obviously, the face of marketing is going to be your creator. Your creator should be doing 2 fucking things: make content and fulfill. He should not be worried about what videos to make next. He shouldn't be worried about anything. Your job as an operator and marketer is to literally put shit on a plate for them. You're doing the sales, the operations, the marketing. So you're helping with YouTube videos. You're helping with Instagram videos. You're helping with whatever type of content. All they simply have to do is record and fulfill, and that's it. That's literally what they should be worrying about. Besides that, TikTok is very fucking easy, bro, because my client specifically has over 300,000 followers on TikTok. It sent everyone to some form of free resource. For us, it's a free course. You can send them to a webinar. You can send them to some form of newsletter. You can send them to some form of free PDF. For us, it's a 10 plus hour free course. Okay. So that's literally it. They don't fucking get a VSL. They don't get none of this bullshit. Just letting you know. They get straight to the fucking free course. Now, with Instagram, let's dive into it because my client specifically has 5,800 Instagram followers. Yes, when I started working with this client, he had over 300,000 followers, and he got banned a few days after starting working with them. So that was a bummer. But besides that, Instagram doesn't fucking matter. Okay. That's just all I'm going to let you know. YouTube is what fucking matters. Okay. Long form. That's all that matters. Long form. And now obviously we're tapping into cold traffic in the month of August, which is next Friday. So I'm excited for that. But besides that, nothing else fucking matters. Right. So engagement strategy on Instagram is very, very simple. You're going to showcase your student results inside your community. You're going to break down your trading strategies because this is a specifically trading offer. And then you're going to make videos targeting your ICP. I don't know why fucking traders or any form of business owners that do, videos online and they expect to make money from their short form videos, they don't target their ICP. They just make fucking videos for whoever it is. That's not going to work. Okay, if you're targeting everybody, it's not going to work. Our specific ICP are people that are 24, 25 years and above, because for our specific trading kind of strategy or system, I like to call it, they need $25,000 in the back end to be able to trade because of the PDT rule, which is the pattern day trading rule, something like that in the United States, because we specifically deal with scalping, right? So we take multiple trades per day, which is just stock shares, whatever. And a lot of guys that are 18, 17, 20 years old, they can't afford that shit. And up front as well, our main offer is $12,000. So realistically speaking, they need like $35,000 to their name because they need obviously a few thousand more dollars to trade with. Who's going to have $35,000 laying around? Oh, yes, business owners, people that have done investing in the past, real estate investors, people that work and make $300,000 a year and they want to scale to making, $500,000, $1 million a year. So realistically speaking, those are the people that are going to have money. So those are our ICP. So yeah, besides that, the CTAs you're going to have are very, very simple when you're making videos on Instagram. It's either you're going to direct them to the DMs and have a setter there, or you're going to direct them to the link in bio. We specifically do link in bio. We don't really do anything dealing with DMs alone. We have generated over $100,000 through Instagram since this year began. But besides that, doesn't really matter because we have 5,000 followers regardless. It doesn't mean we haven't made money from it. We have. Now, stories is very, very key. With your client specifically, you want to be posting stories 5 times a week, depending if your client wants to do that. But what we genuinely do is with our trading strategy is that my client is very, very transparent with his numbers. So he shows his numbers every single day, whether he trades, whether he doesn't trade, he shows it every day is very, very key. He shows his student results every single day, and he does Q&As every single Sunday. And obviously he has some stories that he gives advice about business or trading or whatever. Secondly is lives. Doesn't really do that, but realistically you want to do at least 1 or 2 lives per week to kind of connect with your audience. Reels, we deal with live trades, recaps, and just business advice, dealing with trading, whatever your type of niche is, and obviously just kind of targeting your ICP. And then a broadcast channel if you have enough followers, but we don't. He's also not verified, so it doesn't really fucking matter. But besides the point, that's Instagram. Now let's go to Twitter. Twitter is very, very underrated. Okay, and the trading and crypto niche is very fucking overpowered. And from Twitter alone, we get a lot of free course opt-ins, right? Because we do 2 things in Twitter. We post long videos, mainly from YouTube, as well as just threads dealing with trading. So a trading recap, but in words, right? And you can connect it to Tweet Hunter, which is realistically like ManyChat on IG. So it's kind of the same shit. But now it's actually the very, very sauce YouTube. My client had literally 0 subscribers in January. Now he has over 30,000 subscribers. We were making 150, 100, 170,000 just from TikTok and a little bit from IG. Then, boom, all of a sudden, May 330,000, June 456,000, July over 400,000, and then August aiming for over 500,000. Just from fucking YouTube, bro. So this is literally like 80% of our revenue right now. If our YouTube gets banned, we're cooked. But besides the point, this is very, very overpowered. There's 2 options that you're going to do here. With your client, our client doesn't fucking post lifestyle, vlogs. We don't really do that because we are targeting an older ICP. So literally the only 2 videos that my client records is our VSLs and head talking videos or / kind of Maro videos, what I'm doing right now. So very, very educational videos. That's it. Just long form videos giving people value for free, and that's it. And then they're all about trading, all about psychology, all about your strategy system, whatever. That's it. That's it, bro. That's it. That's literally it. None of this fucking bullshit lifestyle vlogs and look, I just bought a fucking McLaren 720S. It does not matter. Okay, older people don't really fuck with that. Again, obviously, if your client is 20 years old, it's a different story. But for us specifically, it just works very well. Now, TJR is a very, very good example of that. He posts like daily trading recaps as well as vlogs, right? Because it works for him. He's a little bit older, but he also attracts a very young audience. So it works for him, right? And what is very, very needed from your client is 2 videos a week. The reason we were able to scale up to over 30,000 subscribers in 6 months was because of being consistent with 2 videos a week. Very, very consistent with that. You post case studies twice a month and you do like 6 more videos that are educational or something like that. Very, very beneficial to post 2 times a week. And regardless, obviously, like I mentioned, he has a very good representation of, a YouTube channel because he also did a free course as well as a VSL. Don't know if he still runs his free course, but yeah, regardless, that is just the front end. Now is where the fun begins, guys. Like I mentioned before, stay with me. You don't want to be this guy anymore, and you don't want your prospects to be this guy. You don't want to be a fucking beggar. You want to be this motherfucker right here, man. So let's get straight to it. Can't even fucking speak. Where the fuck was I? Now, free course opt-ins. Very, very, very simple. We get about 100 opt-ins per day, sometimes 80, sometimes 60, sometimes 150. Really just fucking depends on the day. Now, this is very simple. So right here, you're going to enter your details through the tally form, and then we do 3 questions. We get where they're currently located. We ask this question, which is just a financial questions like how much capital do you currently trade with? They could lie on this, but if someone says I trade on a funded account or 0 to 1,000, realistically, they're just beginner traders. We ask their experience, so we can understand where they're currently at, so the dialer also understands where they're currently at. Now, this is very, 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 you're looking at all this shit and you're like, what the fuck did this guy do? Now, DQs. It's very, very simple. If someone's in Africa or Asia, aka India or fucking Nigeria, they do not receive access to the free course. If you do a free course through WAP, which is what I will suggest you guys do, they have a filter option where you can literally not allow people from that specific address to, or I forgot what the word was, VPN. I don't fuck. That's not the word. IP, the IP address. They won't be allowed to join. So we've done that, and that's kind of how they don't join. We get a lot of complaints from Indians and Pakistanis and all that shit. I don't give a fuck, bro. You not affording our products. And then obviously another DQ would be people that are either trading a funded account or are 0 to 1K. Now, these people that are 0 to 1K, obviously they still get access to it as long as they're not located in these continents. And obviously having a newsletter is very, very beneficial. And I will touch on that specifically. But we have a sequence for about 2 weeks when someone joins the free course of just blasting them with emails and at least getting them a reply. So it's a reply CTA, not pushing them to buy anything, just genuinely making them flow with the actual sequence. Okay, and we mainly target for them to reply, of course, and we have a setter on there to set them and then have a dialer call them, etc. So obviously you just kind of put them into the low tier email sequence or just a free course sequence, whatever you want to call it, right? And besides that, you can have them either buy through the email sequence, purchase a product. And realistically speaking, there's going to be two options of them not converting. It's either they opt out of your newsletter or they purchase a product out of this sequence, right? So realistically speaking, it really just depends on your offer. To kind of give you an example of our offers, we have a $1,000 offer that we also sell at $500. Doesn't really matter. It's just a course, modules, and a chat. And then we have a $3,000 offer, and we just introduce a new offer for $7,000. And then our $10,000 offer, we just up the price to $12,000. And then now we just introduce a new offer at $20,000. Okay. Now the $20,000 offer is not finalized, but the $7,000 is finalized. So realistically speaking, it's just being able to find product market fit, right? So you want to have an actual product that helps people get results. So obviously our $10,000 product was a product that was getting people the most amount of results because it's the actual one that they're getting on calls with the creator, where they're actually implementing his system and trading strategy or whatever. And obviously daily live trades, etc., where they're actually making 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. We had a guy even make $120,000 in a single month with that specific product. Okay, so it just really depends on how much your product is. Now, regardless, right here, leads will obviously be filtered in the CRM, based on their answer. I use GHL. You can use HubSpot. You can use Close, whatever it is. I'm thinking of switching to HubSpot, but again, really just depends. And obviously, the leads that are qualified are people that have the most amount of money realistically. But again, you can filter that to the CRM. Doesn't mean that you don't call everybody. You do. But realistically, this is where the fun begins. This is the free course, right? We have over 60,000 people in our free course, so it kind of works. And then obviously, after someone opts in, there's going to be a notification on Slack, on the CRM, whatever. Dialers are going to get tagged and they're going to follow a simple SOP that you set up for them. I personally have a setter manager. He deals with that. Thank God our show up rate with him went from like fucking 60% to 90% in the month of June. So it really benefited us a ton. And I really suggest you guys to invest into your team. But besides that, this is the entire thing. I don't really want to bore you guys with all this bullshit, but I guess I have to. Now, at this time, these were all of our offers: mentorship, mastermind, university. And then we have deposits, follow-ups, no closes, no shows. And there's a SOP for the no shows, what specifically to follow, right? Then there is a, specific kind of follow through or process for the no closes, right? So follow-ups as well, deposits as well. If someone purchases. Now, this is what's very, very important with this funnel, right? Before I bore you guys, because I'm getting bored myself, I'm not gonna lie. If someone purchases your lower tier product, for us, our lower tier product is 1,000. Sometimes we sell it at 500. Really depends on it. What really, really matters is someone purchasing the product and having an amazing client journey. Now, imagine this. You remember when I said up here where, you don't want people just fucking going into your funnel and being like, hey, I just want to purchase something, right? You want to be able to have some form of product that benefits everybody. Our $1,000 product also gets people results, and we have proof of that. Our free product gets people results, and we have proof of that. Now, imagine if someone purchases the $1,000 product and they end up making $12,000 in 3 months. What are they going to do? They're going to buy the $12,000 product in those 3 months. Okay. And also, you need to have a sales team that follow ups with people and do upsells. I think in the month of June, we've generated over $30,000 to $40,000, almost $50,000 in just upsells from the $3,000 product to the $10,000 product. It's very, very beneficial that you have some form of upsell system, referral system in your business to be able to do big, big numbers, right? I'm not saying $450,000 is a big number. Realistically, it is. But in this info product business, it's a fucking baby number. There are guys doing 1 million. I personally haven't generated 1 million. The biggest client number that I have in a single month was over $800,000 in cash collected. I still have yet to hit $1 million with a client. So realistically speaking, what matters the most is being able to get a client through the door, or realistically a prospect to the door to pay you something. Once they pay you something, you don't want to fucking neglect that person, just take their money and tell them to fuck off. You genuinely want to take their money and have them get results so they can keep purchasing your higher tier products. There was a fucking quote from someone, I forgot who it was. Maybe it was Alex or Mosey specifically, but it's very, very simple. It's easier to make money from a person that purchased from you before than to get a new prospect or a new lead or a new client. Because if they got results with your specific system, why the fuck would they go to somebody else? Or why the fuck will they say, oh yeah, let me just continue doing this same shit? No, it's not. They're not going to do that. But besides the point, these are just the offers, kind of just breaking down everything that they kind of go through, flows and everything. Doesn't really fucking matter. You guys can take a screenshot of that. But besides that, these are the systems to make the opt-ins book a call. Okay. Now, this is a lot. I know you guys are dreading this video, but hey, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to help people as much as possible. Now, the message setting system. You are going to use WhatsApp, your CRM messaging, dialers, as well as WAP messaging. So you see how there's 4 different fucking messaging platforms. It's a lot, but you can integrate WhatsApp through GHL, or you can just use just a normal WhatsApp SMS flow. Which is business WhatsApp. And realistically, you can use this for people that are out of the country. So Europeans, Australians, Canadians. No, I don't think Canadians. It doesn't really matter. South Americans, whatever. And yeah, that's one. Then CRM opt-in workflow. The workflow now that I have is a lot more than this because we use dialer.io as our dialing software. But there's a lot that goes into the actual this is also the organic VSL opt-in. It's not even the free course opt-in. So I took a screenshot of the wrong one. I'm not going to lie. But besides that, it's just a normal workflow through GHL. We send 2 messages. The first message is as soon as they opt in into the free course, they get a free message saying, hey, it's coach name or your creator's name. Here's a free course link. Either me or one of my associates or dedicated coaches is going to reach out to you. 7 minutes later, it's going to say, hey, did you get in? ? Now, the whole thing that you want to do is increase your reply rate. If they reply, yes, I got in, then you have a DM setter acting as your creator saying, oh, perfect. How are you finding it? Do you need help with anything? Then you have them follow up a few weeks later. Hey, how's everything going? Your whole point is that if you have a form of course, is that they go through the course and they purchase a fucking product. That's the whole point, realistically. So you want setters to follow up. This whole kind of funnel is a follow-up game. It's not like they're going to fucking purchase same day. It's not going to work. I promise you it's not going to work. Mainly with my specific offer, we're selling a $10,000 product that now turned into $12,000. If you want to turn a person that absolutely just joined your free course, watches 10 hours of content, I promise you, bro, they're going to purchase, whether it's $1,000, $3,000, $7,000, $12,000, $20,000, whatever. If they went through 10 hours of your content, they listen to you, they follow your process, they're like, holy shit, I love this guy. Let me purchase from him. They're going to figure out a way. And I promise you it works. It's just a patient game. This whole funnel is just patience. But besides that, this is the dialing process, which by the way is the same shit that I showed above, so doesn't fucking matter. And besides that, this is the WAP automatic messages kind of system. You can do when a user joined or a user left, you can have a setter there as well, which realistically you can frame it as a client success manager. In your free course chat, people are asking questions, etc. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And the whole point you want to have like a client success manager slash setter is so you can upsell people to the coaching, right? And also, I will break down more on what specifically the insights of the course will look like. Now, email marketing systems is very, very essential. Your newsletter can generate you multiple five figures, if not seven figures. Holy shit! If not multiple six figures as well. Now, here is the automatic sequences that we have. There's a sequence for people that have put low amount. There's also sequences for people obviously that opted into the free course. There's sequences for the qualified version of people, which by the way, I don't know why I put this here. It was just a copy of the dialing software. But regardless, I also showed you guys that too. My bad. It is currently 1 a.m. and I'm trying to bang out this video so I can keep on track with everything. But besides that, the different email sequences are right here, right? Applied, qualified, didn't book a call, whatever, that's normal. And then right here, people who joined the WAP free community, as well as the free course opt-in, which I didn't take a screenshot of this because this specific screenshot I remember was from fucking January. Because this entire fucking board that I'm showing you guys right now, except the top, I built this shit in January and I fixed a few things before I made a video on it. But besides that, the simply thing is just having a free course opt-in sequence that lasts about 7 to 14 days. And the whole point of that is for them to reply. Just have a reply CTA pretty much in every single fucking email because you want to increase your reply rate as well. And that will kind of give you a better open rate, click-through rate, etc. But besides that, like I mentioned, emails will literally nurture leads to apply for the mentorship program. So you need to send value stack emails where people get to know you personally and will be kind of there in a way, right? And the more people relate to you, the more money they're going to spend with you, okay? Now, when I started working with this client, he had over 145,000 total subscribers. This was the average open rate. The emails I was sent prior, click-through rate, whatever. Now it's a lot less because I did delete a lot of emails that were cold and everything like that. So realistically speaking, you want to be sending 4 to 5 emails a week, have a decent click-through rate, have a decent open rate. But again, those numbers don't matter. What matters is how many people clicked on the email, how many people applied, how many people booked the call, etc. That's truly what matters. Anyways, you want to have obviously a cold calling system. It's very, very simple. If you don't have dialers in place to dial these leads and specifically aim for what's it called? Dial to lead. Fuck, that is not the word. Speed to lead. There you go. Speed to lead. If you're not focusing on speed to lead, then obviously this system is not going to work for you specifically, right? I suggest using Dialer.io, although their communication is a little bit shit. But again, it's one of the best dialing softwares out there. But besides that, guys, that is the end of the actual kind of funnel dealing with everything. I think you guys got a very understanding. Now, before I tap into the high ticket funnel breakdown, I want to tap into the reason why this funnel works, right? How this free community to low ticket to a high ticket offer works. Now, let me talk to you guys about this. Now, in the community, right, you're going to have a front end WAP VSL to get members inside. You're going to collect their name, email, phone number on the front page. We already do this via Tally, right? You're going to start a here channel where you're going to show them how to navigate the program. If you have a leaderboard system, context on the inner circle benefits, and any tools they may need, which you can use affiliate links. Now, if you have a biz op, you're going to use affiliate links. If you have some form of drop shipping course, you're going to use affiliate links because that's just ways for you to make more fucking money. We specifically have affiliate links for funded accounts, right? And I mean, prop firms, whatever you want to call it, which we don't really recommend. But again, if people don't have enough money, we still have make money from affiliate links, right? And regardless of that, every single free module that you will have in this free course, okay, is going to mention the inner circle in some form of way, right? It's going to always say, okay, here's a free link to the inner circle, mentorship, whatever it is that you're fucking selling, right? And make it apparent that only 5 to 10 people get picked per month. Then specifically in the free course, you're going to leak an inner circle module. Maybe it was a call that you did that was very, very beneficial for people there. Maybe it's some specific module about outreach, or maybe it was a dropshipping course or a trading course, whatever the fuck it may be. Then also have a daily posting schedule pretty much every fucking day, where you ask people to, you do a Q&A, whatever, inside the community. You post student wins, client transformations, knowledge, tips, etc. You want to be, obviously, well, when I mean you, I mean your client, to obviously be very, very communicative in the actual offer, not offer, fuck, in the community. Obviously, you could have free calls. We don't really do this at all. Our free calls are really just the webinars. I'm gonna be completely honest. Are like a free live trainings. We don't do free calls. But obviously, really up to you. But regardless of that, I will suggest you guys obviously use client success managers and framing them as a client success manager and having appointment setters, obviously, to book high ticket calls. Now, your automations and workflows in the back end are going to be the daily newsletter, obviously using Zapier or Make.com to use email list, and then GHL, and then keep track of the customer journey. Just having retargeting automations for anyone that put in their info but didn't join, and have a cold call system, like I mentioned. Now, the objective is to upsell members to your inner circle or high ticket offer to increase LTV and collect info from leads that don't buy, so we can retarget them on old channels. Strategy is to drive traffic, then retarget on all channels. Sales process: you simply use your social media content, drive traffic to your link in bio and DMs from story posts and reels, and lead them into the free course. Now, the overall point of this funnel, as I was mentioning, is to increase your LTV, become extremely fucking profitable, which we fucking have. I mean, we've generated a lot of fucking money. You're going to scale aggressively and fast and get more student results, which we fucking have. It's literally right there. In a matter of 6 months, we've generated over 1.6 million fucking dollars, and over, what is it now? Over $500,000 just from fucking the free course alone. And this is all organically. This is not with paid ads. Now, imagine you work with a client that was making $20,000 to $30,000 a month. They're like, I'm scared to run ads. And then you make them fucking $2 million in a matter of 6-7 months running this funnel, VSL, normal VSL application funnel, and then webinars. And then now they're pocketing like, holy shit, I just made over $1 million in profit. Now they can't fucking tell you, oh yeah, like I don't want to run ads. No, they're going to tell you like, hey, I'm fucking ready to run ads. And this is the whole point. Now, secondly, strategy, right? You're going to upsell low ticket members into high ticket. So if you have maybe a 97 a month community, maybe you have a 497 a month, or maybe you just have a mid ticket. The whole point is for someone to fucking buy something and upsell them into the high ticket. I promise you it works. I promise you just need to have a good sales team that cares about making fucking money and also cares about the client's journey. And I promise you it will work. Now, the sales process is to leverage the low ticket offer for upsells, book high ticket calls with the high ticket process, which is just a book a call, VSL, free assets, interview, close your contract, sales call. Exactly. That's it. Close your contract doesn't really matter. Close your contact, sales call, close. That's it. Very, very fucking simple. There's sales processes for everything. Our sales process for webinars is way fucking different because those people are extremely more nurtured compared to our sales process for free course opt-ins. Our fucking dialers, I specifically make them go through the free course. They understand everything. So realistically, they're actually being helpful towards the, prospect. They're not just trying to sell a fucking course and make money. Like, they genuinely care about the prospect's journey into buying some form of product that we sell. You guys don't think about this business as a business. You guys just think about making money. We all love making money. But first, actually care about the person that you're talking to, about their journey. Understand that they're also human and they're going to give you their hard-earned money for you to make them more money. Okay? Now, that's the whole point of this funnel. Now, regards the high ticket funnel breakdown from the free course to a high ticket is very fucking simple. It's generally the easiest sales process you're going to have, because if people I promise you, they went through 10 hours of your content, they're going to message you back on GHL, on WhatsApp. Hey, I just went through the free course. I'm extremely interested on X product. Okay, let me hop on a call with you real quick. Hop on a call with the dialer. Dialer sets them. puts them on a call with the closer. 99% of the time, they're going to fucking close. 99% of the fucking time. Because if that person joined July 1st and today, July 25th, they say, hey, I went through the entire free course. I am ready. It took them 3 weeks to purchase a fucking product from you, while you're worried about fucking trying to sell them on the first contact. It's not just about the first contact. And this fucking funnel is all about patience. So that's what I'm kind of talking about. Now, first, application form is very fucking simple. I don't ask more than 5, 6 questions in my application form. I ask 3 questions, then their actual information, and then one more question, which is literally just a financial question. I ask 4 questions, their information, and then I literally just put the actual Calendly right next to the type form, so I integrate it rather than sending them to another page. And you can collect their information midway, which is what I do in case they don't book a call. And then, secondly, these are the 4 steps on call confirmations. I am tired of seeing people not giving value emails and just doing bullshit reminders. I am tired of seeing people have a pre-call video for 2 fucking minutes. And I'm tired of seeing people fucking doing bullshit case studies and not putting them in actual videos. Now, these are the 4 steps. You can get this from Jeremy Haynes, which I've done myself. You simply put instructions at the top saying, hey, this call is going to be on Zoom. You're going to get called by my, whatever you want to call them, either a lead advisor, which is what I personally call them, which is just a setter, whatever. You're going to tell them instructions of what to do next. Then the next thing they're going to do is going to be to watch the pre-call video, which our pre-call video is 28 minutes long. It could be 20 or 30 minutes long. In this video, they're going to learn about your client. They're going to learn about your system, your process, how they're going to get results, and then literally just about that, what their next process is going to be into that sales call, right? One thing that you don't want to do is people get on a sales call and turn them into an educational call. If you guys watch Jeremy Haynes, he literally says that all the fucking time. That's the worst thing that can happen. You want to deal with the educational part before the people get on a sales call. That's why in the month of June, we had a 60 something, almost 70% closing rate, 90% show up rate, just because we switched the entire system to this. Now, have frequently asked question videos. You can answer them in actual wording or text. You can put it in a Gamma doc, which is, we have it as well, but you just have them in videos, 1 to 2 minute videos saying, how do I land a client? How does my first 90 days in the program look like? Whatever the fuck your frequently asked questions are in sales calls, just put them into videos and that's it. And then the 4th thing is just case studies. So student interviews, pictures, whatever. That's literally all you're putting in your fucking page. That's it. And I would suggest to have another document, which is a Gamma doc, of going through the entire process of what the client journey will look like. That's it. Right? That's what the call confirmation and then the sales process starts, right? So right here, the application, obviously, if people are DQ'd, you can have like a downsell funnel. We don't do this anymore because it really doesn't work for us specifically, but you could try it realistically. What we do is, like, if they're DQ, we also still call them, but we send them to a page saying, hey, thank you, unfortunately you don't qualify, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, whatever. And then we try to downsell them on the dialing call. Then secondly, if people obviously have certain more amounts, and obviously the minimum they need to be able to qualify is over $1,000. And yeah, this is kind of how like our qualification process looks like. It's like 1,000 to 3,000, 3,000 to 5,000, 5 to 10, and then 10 plus. And yeah, if they don't book a call, which by the way, if someone applies, you can see in Slack if someone booked the call or not, and our dialer can just call them. And as well, we collect their data at the beginning if they don't actually submit the type form, and then obviously the call confirmation, which deals to the sales process. Now, I don't want to bore you guys with the entire sales process, but it's very, very simple. There's a lot that goes into it, right? The pre-book process looks very different. There's DM setters that goes through here. There's obviously the prospect opts into the free course. You collect all their data. There's 2 different scenarios. The prospect does nothing. The dialer calls them. The prospect responds back to the SMS. The prospect gets on a call with the dialer, which realistically what we fix now is that the prospect will text the DM setter, then get on a call with the dialer. And then, there's other 2 potential answers, scenarios. They answer, they don't answer. And that's just kind of how it goes, bro. It's just a whole kind of process. It's currently 2 a.m., so it's kind of all over the place, right? There's processes for people if they no show, if they close, if they don't close, what to do, what I recommend if someone doesn't close. Give them a time frame of X amount of days. Your closer says, hey, when can we become, sorry, when can we come to a conclusion on, kind of whatever it is that we have going on here. Hey, I will give you a solid answer by Monday. Today's Thursday. So realistically, that's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You're waiting for 3-4 days. And then cool. That's just easier to follow up. Have your setters or closers make videos of what the inside of the program looks like, etc. Whatever. Now, there's processes for everything. Webinars, VSL, application, book a call, which is realistically what this one looks like. The pre-book process is for the free course opt-in, but this is just kind of all over the place for me to kind of just all of a sudden make a video and put it into this video. Like I'm mentioning, having a whole video for webinar will have to be essential. Having a whole video for just a VSL book a call funnel, and then this video was specifically just on the fucking free course opt-in funnel. So it will kind of be retarded if I make a 1 hour video on all three fucking funnels. And this video already is 40 minutes long. But besides the point, that is everything in this fucking video. And I tried to include everything I fucking know from this funnel that was able to generate us a lot of fucking money in the month of June. And, I was able to use this business model to make this much fucking money in June. So besides that, if you guys want to connect with me, you can on Instagram at JacksonXLuna. I would love to help you guys out as much as possible. I yapped my ass off on this video. I tried to be as productive and also as educational as possible. So please take this video. Ask me any questions, anything you guys want to see on the next video. I'm going back home now for like 2 more weeks. And then I will come back to Miami. But regardless, hope you guys enjoy this video. I will try to make as much educational videos as possible. I fucking yap my ass off again. Just make sure you're not going to be the person begging. You're going to be the one that's actually going to collect the bread. So regardless of everything, doesn't matter if your client has 5,000 fucking subscribers or they have fucking 500,000. I promise you, if you run the free course opt-in funnel, there is no fucking way you don't generate over $100,000 per month and you're going to walk away with some fucking bands. So I'll see you guys soon. Subscribe and let me know what you guys want to see next.